Yo, what's going on? This your boy Michel Cabre here, walking down the street in Detroit, Michigan. I made a video a few days back saying I hate women, and they're all gonna die by themselves, alone. And in that video, I was basically speaking the fucking truth. I'm not taking back what I said. I said what I said in the video. I explained that I got accused of sexual harassment while approaching two females. One of them claimed that I sexually harassed her. I followed her to a fucking bullshit parking structure or some bullshit like that, which is false because we was by the bus stop of Wayne State University. But this video that I'm making today is I just want to talk about why we men never stick together, why we always assume that the female's right whenever there's a sexual accusation or some type of rape or some shit like that. Why we never give the man a benefit of the doubt that he's telling the truth. Why do we always come to the aid of women? Even though we know women lie more and cheat more than men. Not to make any excuses for men that do that type of shit, but what the fuck? Why do we always make excuses for them? We know they be lying and shit like that. Like, why men can never fucking stick together? Why we always gotta lie and make up some bullshit? Because I made a statement on Tommy Sotomayor's one of his videos about Melanin Sutek or some shit like that. She basically been on some bullshit and betrayed him or whatever, and I said, I don't trust no woman, because whenever you tell the fucking truth to women, they either turn on you or they come with some bullshit. So, you know, I made a statement about that, and then I told that I got accused of sexual harassment while touching a female. I like, honest to God, even though I don't believe in one, I don't know if there is one, but I got accused of sexual harassment. I ain't do anything. I ain't say anything. I didn't say anything disrespectful. I ain't even mention my genitals or genitalia. I ain't even use profanity. But somehow I got accused of sexual harassment. The cops come up on me as if I'm a suspect. And I'm thinking to myself, you got all these fucking cameras around. Why won't you look at them to tell who's telling the truth? And the two cops never asked me my fucking side of the story. They just assume that the female or whoever made the bullshit accusation to say that they were telling the truth or some shit like that. I just don't get that shit. And then I got into some fucking arguments on YouTube yesterday about that, talking about it's your energy. I'm like, okay, why we don't never say it's women's energy when they turn 30 and 34 or 35 and 40 years old that they can't get a fucking man, it's their energy? Why every time it's a problem with men trying to get women, it's our fault? It's never the woman's fault that she's alone when she's 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 and whatever, she can't get a fucking man. But when a man admits the problems that he has with women, oh, he's soft or he's gay or he got a problem. What the fuck is up with that shit? That's the shit I don't get. Every day women, especially, and men prove MGTOW niggas points. I don't really like the MGTOW niggas, nothing against them, but they just go too far with they just go too far with the movement. It's kind of like the feminism. The feminists claim they want equality and all that type of shit, but when you put them in a position of being responsible and being equal, they don't want that shit. That's what it's like dealing with. That's what it's like dealing with the MGTOW'S. With the MGTOW'S, them motherfuckers got a point, because them bitches that I guess, or one of the bitches that accused me, or one of the bystanders accused me of sexual harassment while I was trying to talk to two females, which I didn't do anything because I didn't run from the fucking cops. I made a video talking about that shit a few days back, but I don't get it. Like, these women every day prove men point that nobody can trust them. Hell, they even prove fucking other women's point who don't even like women. Hell, Janis Joplin, one of the greatest blues singers of all fucking time, she even didn't really like hanging out with women like that. She hung out with mostly men. But every day, women prove MGTOW'S they prove the MGTOW men's fucking point, because you make it harder for men to approach you by calling the cops on them, accusing them of sexual harassment. I don't know if that was a sick fucking joke, but the shit wasn't cool, because what if their interaction with me and the cops would have turned ugly and they just like automatically assumed I did something, they want to beat me up or whatsoever? What if that cop got his fucking job lost? That's the thing that I want to get. Like, you shouldn't really play with people's lives and reputations and characters and shit like that, because if that shit happened to one of your male relatives or whatever, you won't like that shit. That shit is not cool. Don't accuse nobody of sexual harassment. You know they ain't did nothing to you. Because there are women out there that's really getting sexually abused, raped, or fucking being bothered with, and they don't even want to be bothered with. So you shouldn't really do shit like that. And you know, I still have my stance. I don't like men and I don't like women especially because they're the biggest liars on the face of the earth. Men are a fucked up piece of shit too, but every day you women prove MGTOW'S and Tommy Sotomayor's points. Y'all prove all the fucking PUA niggas' points that you guys make it harder for you to get dates. You make it harder for people in dating in general. Y'all make this shit fucking hard because there are guys out there that are decent guys that don't cheat, that just want one fucking girlfriend. Y'all fuck it up for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that all women like accuse niggas of sexual harassment, but they're prone to switch up on you if the emotions change or some shit like that. So you can't do shit like that. That's not cool, because if I was a man and I accuse a female of sexual harassment, they'll swear up and down I'm a fucking gay or I'm a faggot. So I don't do shit like that. Now, if I really got sexually harassed, I would go to human resources or the fucking police or whatever. But if a female just trying to talk to me or whatever, or just trying to get my attention or give me an indicator of interest, I wouldn't dare do that shit, because that will fucking hurt that will probably fucking scar that girl for life. She'd be like, damn, why the fuck he won't talk to me or whatever? Why the fuck would he lie and said I sexually harassed him, which I didn't. I didn't touch him. I didn't touch his genitals or whatever, or some shit like that. But excuse me. But yo, that shit is not cool. Like, motherfuckers need to stop doing that shit, especially females. Y'all need to stop doing that bullshit, accusing motherfuckers of sexual harassment if they trying to talk to you. You know, goddamn well that most of the men got to do the approaching when they trying to approach a female. So I can't be sexually harassing you if I talk to you, I smile and you smile. It can't be no sexual harassment if you're smiling and I'm smiling and we just talking. That's not sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is a guy trying to talk to you, he touch you, and you don't like that shit. You like, get the fuck away from me. Don't do that again. If he touch you, like grope you, touch you on the breast, like on some fucking Harvey Weinstein bullshit, I can see, okay, that's fucked up, that's sexual harassment. Which I never done in the fucking first place. Never in a day in my fucking life. Whether you can believe me or disbelieve me or not, but damn, this don't fucking bother me. But that shit is not cool. Like, basically accusing motherfuckers of sexual harassment. It's not cool. You shouldn't do that, because if that shit happened to your brother or your little brother or whatsoever, you won't like that shit. That shit ain't cool. You know, to accuse people of sexual harassment and all that. That just make the whole dating dynamics fucked up between men and women, and that's not cool. And most of you females, some of y'all been raped by your family members. Some of you been sexually harassed and molested by your family members, and y'all don't tell the cops shit. I dated a woman before who been raped 5 times and she never fucking reported. She even been raped by one of her brothers, and she never told the fucking cops. She never pressed charges. That's the shit I don't get with women. Why women, when women get actually sexually abused or fucked with, they never tell the cops. But when they not sexually abused or sexually harassed, they go tell the cops. Why the fuck do you women do that shit? Like, I don't get that shit. That shit is not cool. If you're a woman, you've been sexually harassed and you really have been, then yes, you need to go tell the cops. Don't wait 10 to 20 years or be on some Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein bullshit and you didn't want to tell the cops. You tell the cops then and there. Because if you don't tell the cops, you just become an enabler. Because whoever the perpetrators are, whether they're male or female, and since they're probably, I guess, going to be mostly male or whatever, you need to tell the police or whatever, because you enabling the actions. This is kind of like being molested or being raped, and you don't tell on the perpetrator. You just fostering the behavior, because you're not going to be the only fucking victim. There's going to be the next victim out there that's going to be sexually abused. And you need to stop it in its tracks before it spreads out like an epidemic, because most people who've been sexually abused at a young age or whatsoever, they usually become the sexual abusers and the perpetrators themselves. If you look at a movie called The Open Secret, which is a documentary that talks about the pedophilia and the child molestation in the Hollywood industry, about childhood stars and shit, you really get to see the fucking you get to see the twisted mentality and the effects of that shit. So, women, you need to stop this whole false feminism, this false accusation rape bullshit, because you're making it harder for yourselves to get a man, and you're making it harder for yourselves to find a father figure or find a husband, because you make it to the point that men don't want to date women, and the more you keep doing this shit, the more men are likely not going to approach, and they're going to keep doing the whole MGTOW bullshit. I understand that men and women need each other, but at the same time, we, as men, most of us, we don't really trust females. And most of the males, they say, oh, I'm not like that. They lie to themselves. They don't trust women because you women go basically off your emotions. They don't think with common sense and logic. Just like I could be talking to a female, telling her something, she'll just try to cut me off and won't fucking listen to what I said and what my intent was. Even when I'm not cussing and trying to be aggressive and being an asshole. So, you women gotta start fucking listening. If you want to be equal as men, you want to start thinking like men. If not, you're just gonna be fucked up. You're gonna be alone. You're gonna die by yourselves. You're not gonna have a husband. You're not gonna be able to get a man. The only man or males you can get is motherfucking 18, 19, 20-year-olds who just want to have sex with you. But other than that, if you don't change your fucking ways, you're gonna die alone. But you men out there that keep co-signing the bullshit and keep agreeing with women and make excuses for women, you know fucking better. You making the dating dynamics fucking suck yourself. And on top of that, you keep fucking proving MGTOW'S points. A lot of people don't like the MGTOW motherfuckers, whether it's the dating coaches, whether it's Mr. Locario, whether it's bullshit fake ass Stevie Dingley's fake ass, or whoever it is. You just basically prove these niggas' points. Even though I may not like certain dating coaches out there, whether it's Tina Dean, but I do agree with him on most of the points about the MGTOW niggas and shit like that. But other than that, the MGTOW niggas got points about women. They make it harder for men to have a decent relationship or have a decent mentality or a psychological belief about women. They do have a point. Women make it harder for men out here to date. They really do. When you try to set up a date with a woman, she either gonna stand you up or she gonna go make some bullshit excuse saying that she can't meet you. So, you know, we just gotta make fucking dating better. But you women out there, if you don't stop doing this whole fucking false accusation, rape bullshit, you make men want to hate you more and more and more. You're just basically giving niggas more ammunition to fucking not want to deal with you. I don't even want to deal with women. I just want the physical intimacy and just sex. That's it. And a feel of women. Other than that, I just don't want to be bothered with you. And that's kind of fucked up and sad to say, because I do want children, but at the same time, I just don't trust women. I just don't. I mostly don't trust women. I don't. Just like I don't trust fucking men. Because men be on the biggest simp shit ever. They always want to take the female side. They don't ask what happened. They just assume that she's right because, oh, she's a female, she's pretty. She gave birth to babies, she's soft, she can't do no wrong, she's not a murderer. Even though you got a history of motherfucking females cutting off niggas' dicks, chopping up their babies, putting them in deep freezers, which is here in Detroit, so, are women angels, see? Come on now. If a man ain't an angel and he's a demon, expect a woman to be the same herself, because we're both human, as you both say. So that's all I want to give on that. But this is me, Cabre, signing